Welcome back to the video today, everybody. Appreciate you showing up. And we're going to talk about this little item here. It's an idea I have. It's not my idea. I sort of picked it off other people's ideas. I think you actually see this in they're starting to come out more and more, and some companies are making these things, but with not as good a material. But this right here is yeah. So we'll talk a little bit more about this. So what we have here is basically, this is the 275 cord, I think it's called. It's not the 550 cord, 275, but although you can do this with the 550 cord. And what I did, I made a little pocket right here. And at the top, I ran this through. And you see it's sort of doubled up. The reason why it's doubled up, and I tied a knot here, is because there are knots all through here. Okay, and I'll tell you more about why. Inside this right here on the other end, you'll see there's cord in here. And you can pull this cord out. Okay, and stretch it out as long, for the length of the cord. What this is, it's basically it's a 4-meter piece of cord that's been folded in half, knots put in. You can see them there every 20 centimeters, and a knot, another knot, another knot, another knot, another knot, all the way down to the end right here where you have a final knot here. Okay, now the idea behind this is to have 4 or 6 of these right here, however many you need, excuse me, and it's a way to basically transport your cord, keep it all together, and it's not dangling on everywhere. You can attach this directly to your basha, and there are several ways you can attach it. One way is you can run this through the loop of the basha. And I don't have my basha here. So what we have here is basically, I think it's an Austrian Army issue tarp. Okay, you can use a poncho, whatever. If it has a loop in it, whether it's a metal loop right here, you have a grommet, or if it's a piece of nylon or whatever it is. And what you can do is you can run this through it. Okay, and there are several ways you can secure it. You can secure it back on itself. Okay, but then you have to undo all the string, or you can take it and you can take a little piece of wood, like what you have here. You can get this in the woods, whatever you have, or a tin stake. Fasten it like this right here. This right here sort of hangs out. This little pocket does. Sort of hangs out. I can make this, I could fix it to it, but I like the idea of you can taking it off and moving it around. And then what you do is you fix this to the other end with a tin stake to the ground. And here's your tin stake. Now you can use a tin stake to also do this. If you have any extra tin stakes, you can do the same thing. And at the end, what you can do is you can take this end right here, a half Prusik type knot here, put it through it, okay, to put your tin stake in. And then what you do is that it's fixed, and then up here, at this end right here, you can basically pull this until it's nice and tight, or whatever level you want it, because you have these little knots in here. They can pop through, okay? And then what you would do is you fold it back on itself, basically, like so. Run it through this loop right here. And then what it'll do, it'll be sort of a bite there, okay? And it'll hold on to it. And it can be anywhere down the line of the cord to do the same thing with this stick right here, okay? It's just basically something to hold it into position. There's lots of ways of doing this right here. And if you find that it's a little bit too loose, you can always make it a little knot here and put it at the halfway mark. But that's the idea behind it, okay? It might not be the best idea in the world, but it's not a bad idea, I thought, And so I've been running these through my mind, and at the end of the day, you don't have a whole bunch of knots to undo. You basically, at the end of the day, you basically pop this out, okay? Pop this piece out, pull this back through, pull your bag back up to the top, okay? This end right here you can hold on to, with a finger or whatever, or it doesn't really matter. And then you can stuff in your cord, okay, all the way through. Just keep stuffing. Now I thought about maybe putting a little something here to help secure this, but then I thought it won't be so easy to get the cord in, and that Velcro, if it's Velcro, it's going to wear out. or if it's also Velcro, it can also damage the cord a bit. There's all the friction in there. But this right here could also maybe make a little flap right here. That's one side a little bit longer, so you can put it in and get it behind the flap. That's a possibility. And you just keep stuffing it in, all the way to the end. Because this is 2 meters, huh? This thing is, okay? 2 meters should be enough to do what you're doing here. And you get down to the end right here, you can either take this right here, this end right here, and pop it through, okay? And you sort of like, there you have sort of a setup right there for when your next camp. You can put all this inside of a little small bag or something if you want to, or you can take it apart, put these in a separate bag. This right here, you just tuck it all away, okay, inside of here, and you get to, like I said, if you have several of these right here, you get them all together, put them inside of a pouch or a pocket or whatever, and they're ready for the next thing. You could also do this instead of having a ridge line. You could do this right here on the sides and have the same setup on your poncho. So that way, if you had 6 of these right here, you could put up a poncho without any problem, and all you need would be 4 tent stakes, and then of course cut you some little twigs up, some sticks up, whatever you find to secure it around, and it would hold on pretty well. But anyway, so just a little idea. This right here, I use some Swiss Army camouflage. This is the tent camouflage they use, or their cotton, their heavy cotton is actually quite nice. The camouflage is quite nice also. I like it a lot. I really have fallen in love with this camouflage, and this material is so versatile. And I have it not only in this cotton duct, I also have it in a waterproof plastic rubberized material, which I make a lot of pockets in. So anyway, if any of you guys are interested in these right here, let me know. This is a prototype, and like I said, I'm thinking about other ways, like on the inside here, just making it a little bit longer on one side, or maybe on both sides. That way you stick it in, you have something sort of holds it all in there. But in the end, I don't know if it's necessary. Maybe even a button wouldn't be too bad. If you had a press button here, up here, also something maybe to hold it. But I like the idea they can maneuver around, so it's a little bit more flexible. What it is, basically, it sits on a line. You could have just a pouch on any kind of line if you wanted to. This is just one I've come up with in this idea. But anyway, what do you think? Leave a comment down below. Please like, share with your friends and enemies. Keep me in mind, and I hope you all have a pleasant day. Subscribe to the channel, and thumbs up, and leave a comment down below. Look forward to your input. Give me some good feedback, positive or negative. I don't care. Hope to hear from you very soon. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.